Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, where today we are going to the Foggy Swamp, where I do not know what to expect, but by the look of things, maybe fire? I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's go see what we need. Oh, you're interesting looking. Yep, it's fire. Thankfully, I have got a shield for that. And, yeah, poison res should be fine. I believe poison res was just fine. So we get Fiery Sahagin, huh? Can't say I expected to see them here in the rain. But hey. Yep, definitely fire. 1000% fire is the resistance to bring here. And here I expected we would be seeing only fiery. Is that a tiny Gigantode? Is it still going to be casting ice spells? Well, it's going to be dying quickly, so I guess we're not going to find out. Not much of a Gigantode if it's tiny. And there go my hopes and dreams that this would finally be an actual path. So many bombs. Also, with this place having all of the ground effects of water droplets, I fully expect that this place would also run terribly on Switch. No evidence, though. I haven't come here on Switch. Also, apparently the Gigantodes cast poison instead of ice, which, hey, we've got poison res. At least we don't have to come here with ice res and fire res. And coming over here just in case. Okay, there's nothing. Hello, tiny toad. Not gonna lie, it's more than a little adorable that there are tiny toads. Also, apparently this caster lizard just didn't care that I was beating up his friends. Wow, tiny toads are fast. Alright, you get out of here, buddy. So I can say that every pack of enemies we've seen so far, except maybe the Sahagin, don't know about them, but all the lizards, they definitely have lizards capable of flinching us. Apparently we've got Ochu recolors. Donnie's crystal. I don't know who Donnie is, but at least we know we can definitely get something out of here that's useful to us. Because I do know that this place has the unique weaponry for Selkies. And we are not a Selkie. And my Selkie is in no way far enough along in the game to even care about these kinds of weapons. Other than for the purposes of just absolutely blasting through content. Though also these weapons kind of changed the Selkie playstyle a bit. Because in the base game, Selkies were the best at focus attacks. They could charge them up faster, they could have them take them farther. And they had some pretty good examples of focus attacks themselves, but their endgame weapons here from this place are for buffing. One has a focus attack that is Haste-Ga, which gives everyone haste, which, I mean, hey, it's good. But it makes it so that their focus attack charge speed only exists to help up. Well, we almost scared ourselves. Yeah, their focus attack, charge speed, and range and whatnot only exists to help other people get haste. And the other one is Clear-Ga, which, again, is good. But it's a departure from what Selkies were all about. So I don't know how I feel about that. They seem to have decided that in post-game, Lilties are supposed to be the focus attackers who do focus attacks to do damage. Come here, tiny toad. Nice Fire-Ga. Alright, so that is Area 1. Not so bad so far. So Area 2, we should start seeing, well, not really anything special. Area 2 was mostly just more Sahagin and Toads in the original, so... I do like that all these Fire Sahagin just hang out on land instead of hiding underground like the Stone Sahagin or hiding in the water like the regular Sahagin. Giant's Glove isn't very interesting. There are actually 2 artifacts I need from here. One of them is available elsewhere, the other one is exclusive to here. So hopefully we get that exclusive one, or else find the other one. I don't care which one we get as long as we get one of them. So we did get that Mimic Crystal, so no matter what I get to take something. And does this path still exist? It does. I wonder if it requires you to have gone to Demon's Court twice for this version of Conal Kurok. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, the enemy composition that we've seen thus far here is a lot easier to deal with than in Conal Kurok Cycle 3. I will take these Fire Sahagin and Fire Lizards over a bunch of Stone Sahagin any day. No free casting, buddy. Oh, we've been slowed. We're gonna... At least I re-equipped that. Let's equip another one. And a little bit of cure. Does the body good. Rainbow Stone is new. And is that all we get here? Just an Ochu with a chance at a Rainbow Stone? Guess so. So I imagine that Rainbow Stone will be used for the Selkie belt, which is not good. Considering that for, like, the... Well, no, it might be used for the weapon. For Ukes, they didn't need a dungeon thing. Well, they didn't need a thing from that dungeon for their weapons, but they did for the special sallet. Don't know how they're going to go with the Selkies. And I'm not going to find out until I come here at least one more time. Because I'm not going to take a Selkie pattern. Yeah, this is definitely a much easier enemy composition than in Cycle 3 Chronicles. Might have a higher defense requirement to not take truckloads of damage. Truck tons. What? But yeah, as far as just playing through the place, it's easier by a pretty wide margin. Because, like, Cycle 3 Chronicles had a bunch of magic plants that could cast 3 different elements. They had a pretty hard ice res requirement because Stone Sahagin and Standard Sahagin all did ice. Gigantoads did ice, but yeah, there were still, like, there were thunder bombs in addition to the ice bombs. The magic plants could do a variety of elements. This is a lot more focused. You just bring fire res and you're good. And the enemies, at least if you're using a top tier weapon, take far fewer hits to bring down. Like the Stone Sahagin in Cycle 3 Chronicles using this weapon with these stats, I can say with certainty, still take 12 hits to bring down after a gravity. Actually, it might be 9 after gravity, but it's definitely at least 12 if I haven't used gravity on them. So, like, yeah. This is going way faster than it would if these were all Stone Sahagin. Oh boy, 100 gil. At least it's not 10 or 20. Also, really? We're done with taters now? Neat. Like, I'm pretty sure there would have been 2 full-size Gigantoads there in the base version, and then, like, a Flan or 2 on this path. There's less enemy variety here, and they're a lot more focused in what they can do. And they take fewer hits. There's, like... The only part of this that could even be considered harder is the lizard packs, but... Ooh, Hope Shard is new. But the lizard packs, if you have a force ring, are basically just easier than Stone Sahagin packs, because there's not really much they can do. Like, this is easy. Considerably easier than I expected. I mean, I've died twice, but that's because I wasn't really watching my health very much. Like, I could have easily prevented both of those deaths by just casting Cure earlier. The only reason I didn't is because this stuff is so easy that it lulls me into a sometimes false sense of security. And now let's see if there's anything worthwhile at the end of the longest side path in the game. There better be, because otherwise, why would anyone go down it? Ever. At any point. Because, like, it's really, really long. And the path is so thin, if you're coming down it with more than one player, especially when you get to 3 or 4, it becomes mildly annoying to navigate. Traffic jams happen really easily, is what I'm trying to get at here. So there is a chest, guarded by a bunch of lizards. No Abaddons, though. Like, seriously, they've stripped out all the things that made this place difficult. Of course, there's still the final area, which had all the behemoths with their ghost flan friends and their stone Sahagin friends and just everything. So who knows, maybe they'll make the final area bring back all the challenge that they took out. Or maybe the final area will be easy as heck and this entire place will just be easy. At least easy with my gear level. Again, I'm pretty sure it would be much harder if I wasn't as geared. Hey, Wonder Wand. That is not one of the things I need. It's just 3 magic. So wait, how many things have we found? All 4. Okay, we are not getting either of the 2 things I need. That is unfortunate. Also, would you look at that? Donnie's Crystal is another male Lilty that looks exactly the same as most of the other male Lilties. Thanks, game. For reference, the 2 things I needed from here were the Futsu no Mitama, which is a Strength plus 7 artifact that is exclusive to this dungeon and would be very nice to have because Strength plus 7, that's a good number. And also, it's the only Strength artifact I'm missing. And then the other thing is the Life Ring, which can also come from Cycle 3 Kanal Kirok as a boss drop. But the Life Ring is considerably less valuable now that I've got the Holy Ring. Before I had the Holy Ring, I was super into the idea of getting the Life Ring. Specifically because the Life Ring would let me cast Holy from the start of a dungeon when playing solo. But now I can do that. The Life Ring is now worthless solo and only useful in multi if my friends don't have Phoenix Downs equipped. So yeah, the Life Ring is just +1 magic at this point.
Let me carry the chalice, Capo.
Gladly. Alright, what are we getting where the behemoths were? Just lizards? Did they seriously remove behemoths from this dungeon, but add them to 2 others? I mean, I guess they have to come from somewhere, but don't remove behemoths. Are we still going to have ghosts? Survey says no. So they really did just remove all the challenging enemies from here. This is kind of unpleasant. I was looking forward to seeing some neat stuff here, but They made it easier. I mean, I guess that's good for Selkies, because they can more easily get their weapons. Like, Klavat's had to go through the freaking nightmare that is the Miasma Pit. Which even that's not much of a nightmare once you've got Petrify Res and Poison Res. Like, bring the appropriate resistance to just about any of the post-game dungeons and you're fine. Though sometimes the appropriate resistance is also flinch resistance. And that's a little tougher to get your hands on. And again, flinch res has definitely allowed me to have an easier time here than I otherwise would have. But like, this is too easy for this place. Also, I'm definitely willing to say at this point that Klavat's had the most difficult dungeon to go through. At least if you don't bring the right resistance in order to get their best weapons. I mean, at least we get at least one of these Ochu in this area. Zeal Kit. What is Zeal Kit? I don't know. But it turns out that wisdom book I got in the desert was not what I wanted for the Uke. That is apparently Zen Kit. Or Zen something. I really need to stop letting the casters free cast. I really do. I'm just taking damage from that. That's not the caster. This is the caster. This is who I need to get rid of. I mean, I guess these guys are doing, like, sometimes a full heart. Maybe? That's something. Still a lot easier to deal with than a behemoth with 3 stones of Hagen. Less time consuming. Also, I've been told that the boss, it is not named Zombie Dragon or Dragon Zombie. So maybe we won't have to cast Holy on it? That would be neat. It would certainly be different. But it would also be easier again. And I guess we're going to find out in just a moment because we've just gotten to the boss really quickly. Kanal Kurok is supposed to take way longer than this for a full clear. Because the things here are supposed to have way more health. Just feels wrong going so fast through it. Alright, so let's see what we've got that isn't a dragon zombie. By the way, kind of interesting that in the base game, the only dragon in the entire game is a zombie. You would think there would be some non-undead dragons. That looks like it's not going to need any holy. Just green dragon, huh? Why does it have feathered wings? That's a little odd. So, what makes you difficult? I mean, you do damage, you've got poison breath, but you don't need holy. You've just got all the same moves as your original incarnation. doesn't even have any friends. Let's get this, oh, do I not have it? Oh, it's on the shield. Well, we don't need the fire res right now, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're good. So now we resist everything it can do. This is the only boss in the game that makes me wish I had gotten the other Clavat weapon. Because that one, the focus attack, is ranged. And this thing clearly doesn't want to stick where I can keep hitting it. Can you stop that? I mean, at least I can get a couple hits in sometimes when its face is extended just far enough, or maybe that's when its tongue is pointed at me. Like, the fact that this thing doesn't even have any friends with it is the real kicker here. Like, this is just an easier version of the zombie dragon. It definitely has higher physical defense, that's for sure. And, like, it probably does more damage? Probably? Not that I can really tell. It's annoying that all of its attacks flinch me even through my force ring. Yeah, no friends, no need to cast Holy, no new moves or elements. It is just easier zombie dragon. And it makes up for being easier by just, you have to deal with it for longer, which doesn't add difficulty. It just adds time. We win. Alright. So, yeah. Foggy Swamp. Considerably easier than Kanal Kirak Cycle 3. Considerably. Almost laughably easier. And we know what Murdrops look like.
Hail Moogle at your service, Capo.
All right, Capo.
Capo! Here you go, Capo.
Okay, Capo. Why do they always give me striped apples? Okay, I'll do my best. Here, have a chunk of mithril. There you go. Blacksmiths like that stuff, right? Why does Samuel still hate me?
I've got your reply, Capo.
All right, Capo.
So long, Capo.
Bye, Capo. Alright, so we get to take home our crystal, I guess. Yep. Also, really? Rainbow stones in the rewards? We got one of those from an Ochu. I was expecting the rainbow stone to be the thing that you couldn't get from the rewards, considering the behemoth horn thing that you get from Misty Mount Kailanda is the thing that isn't in the rewards. But whatever, I guess it's different. Anyway, I'm taking that because it's the only one that's useful to me right now. And with that, we are done with with this episode. Not with our episode. And yeah, join us next time when we're going to go to the final post-game dungeon. It's the other 7 Moon one. And we'll go ahead and end this series there. See you then, friends.